Following up my previous video, I managed to gather a total of 100 erased mods. Stick around and watch till the end since each one of these mods is worth your time, believe me. Now, without any further ado, let's dive into the video. Through this command, things will be a little different. For starters, time will literally freeze once you stop moving, and will get back to normal when you start running again. This should turn your game into a Matrix movie. A mod that I quickly fell in love with was Spawn. Your environment will now be decorated with a couple of new animals like the snails that look so groggy and will hide in its shell once attacked, the ants that will form an anthill and gang up on any intruders, sea life including seahorses, spooky anglerfish, and my favorite, the tuna. An additional feature here was that sunflowers will actually be facing the sun wherever it be. And through collecting sunflower seeds, you can tame a cute hamster. These animals are so heartwarming. Although the size and the models of these animals is hardly realistic, but they feel so much integrated into vanilla Minecraft. Tameable beasts also included a number of creatures, starting with the penguins on the snowy plains. These small beings are quite lovable and make cute noises. There are also raccoons with their decent running animations and some fictional beasts, which are the highlight of this mod actually. You could change some of them with potatoes and other foods and saddle them up. Looking at these carefully designed creatures, it is hard to believe that the mod has under 100,000 downloads. With Silver Pinger Fixer, not only does it have a rhythmic name, but we're ready of having to unnecessarily wait for the servers on the bottom to load. Each and every server will now load rather instantaneously, which makes a lot more sense. Animated doors added a subtle opening animation to every door in the game. Although this effect does already exist on the Physics mod Pro, I think this mod would serve you decently if you don't like the Physics mod and only want this specific feature. Art Detector is a funny mod that added these new art detectors. Depending on the material of which the tool was made out of, the detector will make certain noises when approaching that specific material. It's a great way to make collecting ores a lot easier outside of using cheats like X-Ray. An amazing mod that I came across was Goety. Through installing this mod, you'll get introduced to some of the most vicious bosses and foes. The sounds, music, design and animation of these mobs is so well made, and although some of them were taken from other mods I assume, I still admire the content of Goety and you should definitely try it out if it appeals to you. For the sole purpose of enhancing the plain villages, the Village Revival Plain Edition is a solid choice. The unique about this mod is how it doesn't add any new buildings, instead it only improves upon the existing ones. The mod is currently not updated for the latest releases and doesn't go over the other village variants, hence the name. But it is an active project, so I would recommend at least following the author on Modern so you can get notified as soon as the mod gets updated. Another structures mod is Panda Temple. This time, the structure itself does not exist on the vanilla Minecraft. This is a new place, or you could call a sanctuary for some creatures like the pandas, parrots, cute axolotls, and the ocelots. Once you arrive at this place, you will find a book explaining when to feed those animals. The place is quite vast, and you got a lot of company, so if you would like to make it your one and only home, by all means do so. The Merchants Guild mod added the chance of you coming across some new types of traders. These NPCs will not trade the same useless seeds or coral reefs. Instead, they can sell you some impeccable tools that can only be obtained through trading with the NPCs. It is not very common that you would come across some of these traders, so make sure you've got a Nether Star with you since this item is always demanded. Follow the Parrot is a special mod that makes the parrots in Minecraft make certain noises. Similar to the Apollo Parrot. In case you don't know this parrot, here's a video of it.
Apollo, what color? Purple. That's right, color purple. Good bird.
The Headhunter mod added a new formidable foe to fight. This boss fight is gonna be one that you will remember. The Headhunter is a no easy opponent. He uses two main weapons, pistol and the sword. This boss can have different levels of strength, with the highest one being practically impossible to survive. Although in some cases, where there is a void surface like in this map, you may observe the Headhunter fall into his death. Tridents and stuff is a great mod for expanding upon the Tridents in Minecraft. There will be a number of new variants, each performing different effects. One may cause the near mobs to gravitate towards the target, others can poison your enemies. And some Tridents will damage a group of mobs all at once. There is also the inclusion of spears and harpoons as an additional means for battle. Sleep Tight is up next, and similar to the popular mod Comforts, Sleep Tight will add a night bag that will help you sleep anywhere without setting a spawn point. There are also hammocks that you can place in between trees to sleep through the day, and you could literally observe yourself sleeping from different angles. And a lot more features that you should absolutely explore. Epic Elden Ring Weapons, Armors and Mobs is a great way to obtain weapons and armors from the popular title Elden Ring. You could also encounter bosses along the way, and just like the original game, those will be brutally hard to defeat. What the Geko mod brings new types of reptiles. First off, there is the Chinese salamander. There are also lizards on the desert called the Geko. Special about those is how they flick their tongues just like real life lizards. And additionally, there are oceanic reptiles such as the Olm, which is basically an axolotl with no eyes. Random decorative things included cosmetic blocks such as 3D barrels, 3D bookshelves, an incredible Mario statue, smaller versions of the good old villages from 1.12, Red Lawn Mower, and a cake. These new blocks are so detailed and it would be fun to have them placed randomly across your town. This app changes the way furnaces work, elimination automatic cooking. Now you'll need to manually ignite them with a flint and steel. This fantastic mod could be a valuable addition as you construct a brutally realistic mod pack. Ultreon Devices is an advanced mod that adds a variety of technological gear, including a laptop, internet router, a printer, and more. Unlike other mods of this type, the laptop isn't merely a decorative block, it's a fully functioning device. You can use it to browse the internet, install apps, and store your data. This innovative way of playing can be incredibly gratifying, so be mindful as it may keep you hooked for hours. An incredibly useful mod is glowing tools. With this mod installed, you can have a torch integrated into your tools, allowing you to illuminate any area without having to carry a stack of torches. This mod also supports dynamic lighting, eliminating the need to manually place torches. Just keep digging and everything will remain relatively visible to you. Simple HUD Enhanced is an excellent tool for showcasing your FPS, location, light level, speed, biome, and more. Additionally, your armors along with any items or tools in your inventory will be prominently displayed on your screen. This mod is fully configurable, allowing you to choose which states or items you want to be shown. Through this crafting recipe, you can create golden feathers. These items enable you to craft cloud boots using materials such as diamond, iron, gold, and netherite. Depending on the material chosen, the cloud boots provide a jump effect, allowing you to leap through any obstacle. The rarity of the material used determines the height of your jump, with netherite being the highest. Mutation Craft brings in some ugly and aggressive creatures that attack on sight. Those hostile mobs with their unique models would be a great addition to any zombie apocalypse mod pack, especially due to their constant multiplying. The Unusual Fish mod introduces a diverse range of marine life to Minecraft. Some of the creatures included are sea pancakes, clawthorn shark, rhinoceros, and various of other fish, blocks, and items. We're all familiar with how challenging it is to obtain a creeper head, and in the end, it doesn't offer much practical use beyond a one-time firework display. However, with the Skull Vision mod, having a creeper head grants you the ability to see through the eyes of this notorious mob. Fish tanks introduces new glass variants in Minecraft, specifically fish tanks, so that you can house your fish collection more efficiently. This mod is a convenient way to conceal these aquatic creatures in a one-block scale. In keeping with oceans, the Aquatic Frontier mod introduces a variety of peculiar sea creatures. These included a coral golem with a distinctive shape, a sponge squid, a larger squid known as the giant squid, coral crabs, and a few others. Given this mod is relatively new, encountering some unusual glitches is gonna be a common thing. Item Displayed is a compact mod that revolves around items. With the item display, you can showcase various items such as smitten templates, pottery shards, and materials like iron, emerald, copper, diamond, lapis lazuli, and netherite ingots. My only issue with this mod is its limited selection, but I have faith in the developer's ability to further expand on this mod in the near future. This mod introduces a new workbench called the Woodcutter. Similar to the Stonecutter, this functional blocks enables you to craft various cuts from any type of wood, including bamboo. This mod will slide into vanilla Minecraft seamlessly due to its minimal changelog, as it only adds one block. Too Many Enchantments adds some wild new enchantments you can add to the sword. These will grant you the ability to demolish any army in front of you with all sorts of explosions, poisoning, and even lightning bolts. Decorative Sniffer Egg is a mod made by the YouTuber Lions. Through this simple mod, you could cook a sniffer egg in a furnace to turn it into a placeable block, and it looks especially good on certain occasions. Archers is one of the mods from the RPG series. This mod included cool new armors and some new types of archery weapons. The special about these new bows and crossbows is how you can apply certain spells to enhance their abilities. With this mod, new biome called the Immersive Jungles will be added, containing new types of blocks and vegetations. You could even collect raw coffee beans and roast them in a roaster to get yourself a warm morning coffee. Nothing like a morning coffee. Decorational blocks could also be extracted from certain types of wood within the Immersive Jungle. Some of the most innovative boss mods of this year was Depth Crawler. When playing this mod, you'll be up against a giant demon with 3 eyes. What I enjoyed the most about this mod is the brutal difficulty of this boss fight, alongside the appealing design of the crawlers. If you're a fan of ancient Greece, then you may be in for a treat. The Epic Empires mod added armors and weapons from that era. It is also compatible with the Better Combat mod, meaning each weapon will have a dedication animation based on its attacking style. An amazing medieval fantasy mod would be Epic Knights and Mages. It offers captivating weapons as well as some armor designs that will make you drop your jaw. I haven't dug deep on this mod, so there may be even more content awaiting for you, my friend. Gipples Galore added items concerning the map from the Minecraft Live. Almost everything about this new creature is added, and it offers the chance of discovering the Gipples before it's even released to the game. Enchantsmith added this new camp in the middle of the dark forest. Within this structure, a new type of villagers called the Enchantsmith lays. This new trader can swap your enchantments for a specific price, and with enough trading, you might leave the camp with some OP enchantments. Let Fish Love allows all marine life to breed and lay eggs. you can breed all kinds of fish, and after a long time, the fish roe will turn into small fishes. Sadly, this took way more than it thought, so I couldn't catch the hatching of the fish roe. Trays and Chairs Plus added few features that are expected to be featured in the upcoming Minecraft updates. Things like the armadillo armors, the armadillo itself, crabs, and crab's claws that allows you to place blocks far away from you, enhanced birch forests, new creatures, some of which are hostile but others are passive, and a lot more that I just can't fit in this small part of the video. So I suggest you take your time and discover it for yourself, my friend. Cosmetic armors added new craftable armors you could wear. Some of them are protective and others will simply be added for the sake of fashion. Mokels RPG includes new creatures with special models, like this lantern monster or this walking nightmare. There are also ancient bosses and some structures high on the sky. If you manage to get here, you'll be rewarded with a magic wand, though it is worth mentioning that it is completely useless in battle. My favorite monster here is the hatchling. During battle, this mob will roll towards you and grab you with its terrifying grip. There's also a lot more to say about this mod, and exciting updates are coming to it in the future. Bits and Pieces added a new type of swords that can freeze the opponents. In addition, it added cheese. If you like cheese, then why not even build an entire house off of it? This kinda reminds me of a Tom and Jerry episode. Dynamite is also available with this mod, with unique exploding animations. And you could also eat a dynamite sandwich, because why not? The most normal part about this mod seems to be the radio. You can hit it a couple of times to stabilize the signal, or change the channel. A newly published mod is Exposure. Through properly equipping the camera, you can go ahead and photograph any view. To develop the images, add the clip on the crafting table, alongside Mundane Potion, Thick Potion, and Awkward Potion. Then print the photographs on the Lightroom bench. Make sure that you've got all colors necessary for the image to look appropriate. When the images are composed, go ahead and look at them, or even place them on your wall if you want to. This mod is also compatible with shaders, but I wanted to show you guys the raw vanilla version. Replay FPS is a useful mod solely dedicated to the replay mod. With the Replay FPS, the first person playback will be a lot more smoother, and in addition, you will have the freedom to show or hide your GUI, which wasn't possible before. This mod will help any replay mod enthusiast, including myself. Through this very expensive recipe, you can craft Saitama's one-punch gloves. This new weapon can kill just about anything in your world. I know that many mods in the past covered this anime before, but the special here is how you can actually craft the glove for yourself and use it freely. Using the chain wand, you can chain any mob by pressing R plus right click. These chained hostile mobs will protect you and fight for you. One issue that I found with this mod, however, is how the developer does not mention any crafting recipe for the chain wand, so I had to get it through creative mode. Opulence mod added few statues for various mobs, some decorational blocks that make for an amazing house interiors, a number of new blocks, and a beautiful telescope to observe the moon. I'm joking, it's just a decorational block as well. UltraCraft mod draws inspiration directly from the game UltraKill. The customizations that came with this mod are unreal. It included some strong bosses, futuristic guns, and immersive sounds. You'll probably spend hours playing this mod alone due to the level of precision in both the auditory side and the visual side of the game. To check the other half of the 100 mods, I made a playlist containing the other 2 videos. If this video is enough for you, then you don't have to watch the playlist. But if you are curious about the other 50 mods, then go ahead. Thanks for your time and attention, my friend, and if you liked it here, you can join my community by simply subscribing to the channel. See ya in the next one.